It doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Welcome to McBain Moments. Last time I was talking about progress, not perfection, and how it's very important that we allow ourselves that learning period, which is pretty much a lifetime. You know, we go for incremental progress in our abilities, whether it's in art or in fencing or in creation, whatever, it doesn't matter. Sales skills, fixing cars, it doesn't matter. And a lot of people are probably thinking, yeah, but I need to get these skills up. I need to be able to get to a certain level. There's a place that I would be happy, and I'm not there yet. That's fine. That is fine. Keep making progress. It doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. You don't stop trying. That's the thing that everyone runs into. They hit a plateau and they just stop trying. They're like, okay, fine, this is my mastery level. This is where I'm going to be. No. Find a teacher, find a mentor, find a course online. Spend $50 on yourself, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter. You make that slow, incremental progress. That is how you get better. And I think the reason we do that is because we get into a comfort zone. And the comfort zone is probably the most dangerous thing that a human can let themselves get into. That warrants repeating. The comfort zone is the most dangerous thing that you as a person can allow yourself to get into, because when you're comfortable, you're not making progress. Get comfortable with discomfort. You need to allow yourself to be uncomfortable with what you're doing. I have to do things every day that make me uncomfortable. It's the nature of my job. It's the nature of my life. Do things. If it gets you toward the goal you're aiming at, do things that make you uncomfortable, if that's what's necessary. And so, what do I mean by that? If you are going to be giving a speech and you're terrified about speaking in front of crowds, join a Toastmasters club where you go. They've got a whole program. It's not very expensive. I've never been in Toastmasters because I took a metric shit ton of public speaking courses in school to overcome my fear of public speaking. But if you want to see a terrible public speaker, look at me in our junior ROTC back in my freshman year. Oh my God. Just horrid. Join a Toastmasters club. Do the speeches. Get comfortable presenting in front of that group. And then just do it week after week. And eventually be comfortable with this size of group. And then find an excuse to give a presentation to a larger group. And then just let that spiral. Because what's going to happen is you're going to make that incremental progress. It's going to be slow, but it's going to be present. You're going to become a more concise public speaker. You're going to become more comfortable in your skin, and you're going to be able to deal with situations you otherwise would not have been able to. That's the reason I can actually deal with doing these videos, because I'm a severe introvert, like severe introvert. And yet here I am, I'm presenting myself to the world behind a camera. That's fair. I don't see whoever's going to be viewing my videos, all 89 subscribers that I have as of right now, which is fine. By the way, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button, the bell, button and bell, subscribe. I just lost my own train of thought. That's brilliant. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to master the skill. What matters is you keep working at it. And it doesn't matter what the skill is. Because every skill, it's like in Entropia. For those of you who don't play Entropia has a very hardcore skill system. And every time you use a skill over and over and over again, the numbers slowly go up. And I think it's probably the most realistic version of it, because the top level is some huge number, and the experience incrementation is in decimals. That's how real life works. If we could gamify our lives and like just have this Google Glass image in front of our face of all of our skills enumerated, which can be kind of hard to conceptualize because a lot of little things go into a basic skill. Even the skill of making an egg probably integrates 6 different sub skills that are necessary to make the egg. Knowing how to handle temperature, knowing how to use the cookware you have, having a keen sense of timing, knowing what it looks like when an egg burns. There's aspects to these things. But if we could look at that skills chart of our actual real life skills, you would find that there's a lot of them, and your incrementation on each one is going to be wildly different. So keep that in mind. As long as the progress bar keeps going up, and I'm backwards on camera, as long as the progress bar keeps going up, it doesn't matter how long it takes because you're working toward the goal. And I'm going to give you one more piece of advice, because this is probably how you can sharpen those skills just a touch faster than you otherwise would. And this is something that came from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Nothing gets done without a deadline. And I'm not saying a deadline to get to a certain skill level. Give yourself tasks that will build your skill, and then set a deadline to complete those tasks, and then hold yourself accountable. That's the most important part, holding yourself accountable. And then if you achieve it, have some sort of reward set aside for yourself for the achievement, because it's going to incentivize yourself to not only accomplish the goal, but to improve your skills. This has been a McBain moment.